Hello everyone and welcome back to another dual universe video. So this right here is what I'm going to actually say is the first episode of dual universe, and I want to say I'm going to actually apologize at any time about videos right now. I know I've gotten some comments before. We're getting closer to 500 subscribers and I want to focus more about it, but before it was like I was able to get 1-2 videos out daily and it was, kind of going well. And then work came back up, and then now I'm working really hard and I'm trying to kind of find the balance between both work and YouTube while also, trying to make sure that my schedule doesn't get kind of messed up. But anyway, so also I know some people have recommended games and I do want to try out every game. However, I've gotten into this one and this one is pretty fascinating. But anyway, thank you all so much for the support. By the way, we're getting closer and closer to 5,000 subscribers. I really do appreciate all the support, all comments, likes, sometimes dislikes, but hopefully more likes than not. If there is a dislike, please feel free to leave a comment down below what made you dislike the video, and hopefully it's something I can, do to make it better. If it's just something that's there that I can't control, well, I do apologize, but hopefully we can fix it in the future. But anyway, so as you can see, I kind of figured out how to toggle the HUD, and this little building over here is the factory, which don't mind the stairs coming up here. So what I want to say is this took a little while to make. I actually got this, which is the assembly line, which if we pop into our build mode real quick, we use the link tool, link this to your container. You link these two together so that way, because you can't put items inside of the actual assembly line, you actually have to put it in a container, and you have to link a container to it so that way it'll go somewhere. So I've kind of learned a few things. So, and there's also some other things I'm working on, which is actually, I think I actually should have everything in my inventory. So I quickly look. We should have made the the connectors. We made the power units. Let's see what else we're missing. So this will also show you what you are missing, by the way. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna go ahead and look at that. We need to drop in these guys. I need to drop in the screws. Yep. All right, efficient. Woo! How much time the unit was up and not jammed. Okay, so we have 100 efficiency on it. That looks like it's gonna take a little bit. Yeah, so time 32 minutes. Holy moly. That is gonna be more than the episode is going to be up and running. But we all remember this lovely ship, right? We remember our speeder, the Novark, which actually I'm going to take this over to the base because you guys haven't actually seen the base. First episode out, and I honestly feel like this is kind of major. Don't mind that over there. I will bring you guys to that in just a second. But we're going to go ahead and land the ship right here. And I don't have an automatic door yet. I hope to actually get this all figured out by the next episode. But we do have a door, and we have a bed. We have our respawn. We also have a crate over here with a nice window. This is gonna kind of like be like a kitchen area, and then over here will be kind of like a couch. I do have it in the inventory, as you can see. There's a sofa. I'm gonna have like something right here because as you can see, if we look at this and we look at the wall right here, it's getting pretty close, and I'm not sure if I'm gonna have like a back door, but I kind of want a back door. Also, we need a garage over here so that way we could store the speeder in there, because I kind of want a speeder just to, or I want a garage for the speeder just to kind of make it look efficient. And then back before, I did find out that there was water here, and we have mined out a little bit of it. Now, let me go ahead and do this real quick. So, So there is plenty of water here. So if I go ahead and just start taking away some of this land here, you can actually see the water around here. But also, look at this. So we're gonna hide the HUD and we're gonna dive straight in. Now it looks a little weird when you kind of like come up the surface, but then it's like, whoa. So underwater I can actually like, dig it out a little bit more so that way people can actually like, dive under and everything. So yeah, so I am digging this out currently. And as you can see, it's a bit of a project because, you have to make everything pretty decent. So also, wasn't there another one here? No, okay, that was the one. Okay. So, got a nice little pond going here. Hopefully at some point it'll definitely be more. All right. But anyway, so I do hope to plan to show you guys a little more scripting based, so that way if you have any questions about scripting, hopefully I can answer it. If you play this game like, oh hey, how do I make an automatic door? I will try to figure that out and I will let you guys know. Currently, I will, yeah, I'm gonna take the speeder back over here. Let's go ahead and fly. I'm gonna go back over to our factory. This is the factory over here. Over in this area, I'm gonna set up like a mining operation, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dig down and I'm gonna like try to make basically factory. Oh my goodness, it's actually moving. I haven't actually seen this thing moving yet. Look, that it's actually doing something. Holy moly! So these guys actually have an animation. That is so. Let's see, recipes, elements. There are certain elements. Oh, weapon unit. So these are things I'm going to need on our vessel when we decide to go out into space, just in case that someone wants to fight us. System? No. Planet? No. Furniture and appliances. Is this an electronic unit? Data emitters? That's an emitter. Receiver. Okay, so this is a receiver. And this is an emitter. So here's a sliding door. All right. Yeah. So I'm not sure. I'm gonna actually look it up. Detect. Yeah. There's supposed to be something that's like called a detector or something. And if I do emit, we actually see the emitter. Alright, so it says an electronic component link components together to create a local circuit. It emits data to be received by the receiver on another construct. And emitter needs to have a port and the dedicated receiver should have the same channel specified. No. So I will, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to make an automated door. It's taking a little bit of time. But without further ado, the main thing that I kind of want to let you guys know of is I've actually, other than this factory and the base, you guys seen this little vessel over here, is I've actually gone into making an actual small little ship that actually flies. And someone's probably gonna be like, wait, actually flies? Be like, yes, I can actually make something. Now, I did buy a blueprint from back over at the market, which is this market right here. All right, so it's this market right here. Can't really tell what it's called. I don't know which market it is. But so on this used to actually be a blueprint, and I believe I still have it in my inventory. No, I don't. Okay. But it was called, I think, the P16 Talon, and I'm going to actually display the image on the screen. It's probably already up on the screen due to the fact that, I edit this, so it's obviously going to be like, boop, there. But it originally was the ship that you just seen on the screen. Well, I had crashed it very early. Right, I had brought it back here, placed it down, got it flying, and I was like, oh, okay, this is cool, till I wrecked it horribly. Then I decided to grab all the pieces that I could, and I said, it's time for me to make my own. So I had made this. This, ladies and gentlemen, is the X18 Talon. This is my version of the Talon, which it's not complete by all means. It's actually in its very early stages. But she's got 4 fuel tanks. She's kind of got some aesthetics to her, but nonetheless, she flies. Now, there's also one thing to note when you make your own ship. If you don't buy it, it's not going to have a script to fly. However, this game has something built in, and it's a Lua scripting. So if I go ahead and I hop in my my cockpit or my control seat, you can see, oh hey, look, it's flying. Everything's going according to plan. Well, you hop out of this, and we right click on this. You can see run default auto configure emergency control unit, flying construct ground, PvP seat, so on and so forth, right? So you can actually see some of these things. Then advanced, you have change control scheme, update the auto configure list, run automatic, which is the legacy alpha 3 ground construct. You have the edit Lua script, which you can actually change the script yourself, which I think pops up like this. So you automatically see all this, right? And let me tell you, I don't know any of this stuff. All right, I honestly am just looking at this. Now I figured, you got that, you have all this, so I kind of just left that alone because I didn't want to really I really didn't want to like go too far into it. But, it's just there. So I went ahead and did what I could, which was basically take what I had, make a ship out of it, and then just basically see what the game would offer me in order to help me make this thing fly. So first, this thing wouldn't fly. This thing wouldn't fly. Now compared to the speeder and the racer, you can use WASD to actually fly around because it's a ground vehicle. You use that because there's no real pitch, roll, and yaw, which is basically left, right, up, down, and rolling obviously to the sides. This, you can see, it's not what you think it to be. It responds differently. So this is where it gets a little complicated, but it also gets fun. So if I just take off at 10%, it's slowly starting up. I'm just gonna fly. And let me tell you, this game adds a whole frick ton of ways to really, really have fun. So this is, it's not hard to pilot, but yeah. But I do use this brake a lot, however. But I also know just what to do just in case. So, pilot through these woods very slowly. I use my brake every so often so that way I don't go too fast. And then turn off the engines, slowly go to the ground, and out I go. Now, this thing will get pretty fast at 600 meters per second, which makes going from the base here all the way over to the market pretty fast. Before, it we had to go 90 kilometers, and that took about an hour and a half. And then just to use the regular speeder without its engine up, without those 2 extra engines, still took a lot. All right, without the 2 extra engines, it still took about 40 minutes just to get from here to that market to like sell things, grab things that I need, and everything. But then these engines made this thing fly to about 600 meters per second, and that really changed the dynamic. However, I have to fly through the air and then bring her down because this thing, I can smack into the mountains along here because she can't go up fast enough going along the ground because these engines are popping so much power. So she flies so fast that she can't fly and keep herself, she can't keep herself together. She'll smack into anything that's along the ground if it's coming up at a steep angle. So, gotta balance it. The balance is, in order to take this thing on long distances, I gotta point the front end up and let her soar across the sky. And this thing will climb. It'll climb as high as that ship can go. Like, that ship's meant to fly through the air and come down. This one's meant to stay on the ground, but she can fly through the air. And now what I have done to her is I have to fly her through the air. There is no longer, that's a ground vehicle, that's an air vehicle. No, she's ground that has to go through air. And that is an air vehicle. I can't take that air vehicle on the ground. That'd be psychotic. But also, by the way, everyone, I have grabbed a lot of this stuff, and there has been a lot of materials being processed and everything. You can hear me yawning for days because of work and everything, and then coming back to this, and I have to like process all this, and then actually, we also have to pop up this because, as you can see, 436,995 total points have been used. Oh, holy moly, that is a lot. I will not lie. That's a frick ton of points that have literally been processed. And to let you know, not okay. Go back into this. Inventory Manager Nanopack upgrade. We're now level 4 on this and on the Nanocrafter efficiency, right? 375,000 points. Good lord. So, this right here will probably take a few days. Just to kind of let you guys know. So, I'm going to go ahead and say that this first episode was kind of a waste because there's not really much to say or do other than the fact that I kind of let you guys know some things you need to link to others. Ooh, actually, that's something I should do before I actually end the episode, is show you guys what you kind of need to be ready for if you do play this game and you make your own vessels or you decide to like make a base, which I kind of talked about a little bit ago and I almost kind of brought it back up and it made something click. So, what you need to do is when you're building something, link tool. Your number 1 priority is to make sure everything links up. So you have all this stuff. This all links up to something. All right. So these engines have to be linked up with fuel in order to actually get up and off the ground. Same thing with these hover engines. Also, you need to make sure that most of the stuff like the wings and this, I can't remember what this is called, an aileron needs to be linked up to your pilot. Now, usually your, the cockpit will actually take care of it for you, with the Lewis grip. But, make sure everything's connected to it so that way when you take off, or when you try to, use your ship, it doesn't just sit there nonchalantly. It would be horrific if that happened. But anyway, so also I'm gonna actually kind of let you guys know of some things. All right. So number one, my first impressions video, I didn't really give you guys, or not my first impression, my first look. I never told you guys exactly how I felt about this game, or generally, what's going on. So my first actual impression of this game, on actually, watching someone else play it, I was generally impressed, and I kind of want to see it myself. My first impression, which is like me actually getting hands on about this game is solid. All right, this game is solidly built. It flows and it works. It is a game that I have been searching for. It is a game that I've been searching for and dying for. A game that actually has made me realize there's a game out there that I wanted to play, that I've been thinking of. And it's here. It is here. Now, it may not be the full game that I am dying for, but it's a game that has met it and exceeded the expectations and has grown upon me. And I would really like to make a series on this, and I would hope that I may have your guys' support to do this. Now, I am going to still do other things like Space Engineers. Someone has recommended Sea of Thieves, and I'm actually going to try to get into that. Also, I am going to I don't know what else. I'm gonna try to do some more VR things. Not sure if anyone else wants to see VR at all. I know it's a very kind of dead thing. Now, it's not really dead. It's just a lot of people have done it, and it's kind of hard for me to do it because I don't necessarily have everything together in order to do it. So, yeah. So my first impression of this game is, I would come back and I would keep playing this a lot. Even if, there's some hiccups along the way, I would still come back and play this until the hiccups got too much, and then I'd say, yeah, it's just not worth my time. But anyway, so I want to thank you all so much for watching. If you decided to tune in, I do appreciate it a lot, and I hope that, along the way I can show you guys some things that, hopefully we both find new, and hopefully I can help you guys find something that you've had questions about, or you were trying to figure out but couldn't seem to quite do it. So, thank you all so much for watching. As always, if you're new to the channel, I would ask you to consider hitting that subscribe button to see more content on Dual Universe. And if you did like the video, please consider hitting that like button and slap it, thumbs it up. And as always, holy hell, those clouds are building. But anyway, as always, I will see you survivors in the next video. Later.